Welcome, ladies and gents. We are live today, chatting AI, something I'm very, very passionate about. I've been diving deep into the AI rabbit hole, and I'm not just talking Chat GPT, Claude. Like there's a lot, but what we are going to go through today was like three kind of buckets that I have been using them in my STR business, and some stuff that you can take away as well, and kind of explaining some like real use cases of like things that's like, holy crap, this is going to be huge. So that's what we're going to go through today. Let me just make sure I'm live everywhere. Yes, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Like, subscribe if you guys haven't already. Some housekeeping. Wednesday 6 o'clock, we're doing Q&A. So ask your questions today in the comments below. I will answer them as I go, or at the end if it's not related to the topic that I am talking about with AI specific. And then Friday at 1 o'clock, more of an advanced training, office hours, what we're calling that. So let's get rocking and rolling. AI, artificial intelligence, man, it is going to be huge. A couple years from now, even 5-10 years from now, it's going to be really, really sick. Actually, peep the hats. New hats in today. Brand new, fresh white ones. Probably a bad idea to get all white, but it looks good. I will probably ruin this in the next week, so I have to do another order. All right, AI specifically. Let's get into it. And if you didn't watch last week's episode where we're talking about Airbnb accounts being flagged or banned, here's what to do. It is very, very impactful on that one. So go back and watch that if you are in that boat. So, all right, how to use AI in your STR business. So there's three main things that I'm specifically mentioning. Chat GPT. I've tested all of them: Claude, Anthropic, like Gemini, Grok, like all the big ones. I think Chat GPT is a little bit ahead of most of those. I also pay for it, so I'm not like throttled with uploads and how many times I can use it per day. And I can do some of the advanced stuff, like custom GPTs and specific projects. We'll go into detail of like what that means and how you can actually use it. But whoa, way too big. Let's get that. All right. So normal chats. This is like what people, when you go to Chat GPT, set up an account or do the free, like your normal chat is the most common. This is what everybody thinks of. Now, this is like base level beginner. This right here out of the box with no type of experience is very, very powerful from like normal Googling, right? But in the realm of like artificial intelligence and where it is going to be going is just like the tip of the iceberg. It is like the very, very rudimental kind of starter point. I'm going to talk a little bit about this and kind of explain the shortcomings of what I've seen, and then kind of get into some of the other ones with the custom GPTs and the projects. Once again, I am no AI wizard. I've got a tech background. Me and my business partner, Riley, used to work at a IT company where we would develop software and implement it. So a tech background, I have a computer information systems degree. So like, I love this side of the business. I've talked to a lot of people about this, and a lot of people are kind of scared with where it's going. I agree, it is kind of scary, but I'm one of the ones where the early adopter in like the bell curve of adopters. I'm like one of the early ones where I'm like diving full in. So I'm reporting back to you guys with how you can do it. You will at least be able to take one of these away and be able to execute on it today. So I'd say the biggest shortcoming here with like the normal kind of AI chat is like there's no brain. It had like ChatGPT comes pre-built with a lot of like knowledge, right? But they don't really have like a brain. There's no reasoning. There's no like logic. There's no training really right now out of the box. Like you can't train that. You can like kind of persuade it to do the things you want to do, but you can't really like say, okay, go to this file, upload this, edit it this way, and then spit me out a result. Like you can't do that right now with the normal basic one. Oh, I literally had no training here. And I wrote it here. No brain. There's no training, and then the more and more I use it, like the more and more I see where it's like that's not right. And I will go back and be like, hey, that is not right. Can you redo that with reasoning and show me the correct answer? And then it'll correct itself and be like, you are absolutely right. I found this article. This is the correct answer now. So I've lost a little bit of trust. I feel like most people, whenever you really, really dive into it and use it, man, I'm probably on there at least 1 or 2 hours a day, just like asking questions, digging into it, researching it. It's incorrect more than you think. So those are kind of the problems of this. Now, a lot of this has been solved with these two right here, with the custom GPT and the projects themselves. So the custom GPT is, once again, this is not a how to use Chat GPT. This is just how I have specifically used it, and some of the things that I've failed at as I'm going through here. So a custom GPT, actually, I'm going to go with projects first. This one it's a little bit simpler. Oh crap, where did it go? It's a little bit simpler. Get out of here. There we go. Project. So whenever you go and chat with GPT, over on the left-hand side, you have to pay for it. There are like subfolders where you can kind of organize your thoughts. That's powerful because you can start to train. Like the problem here is like no trainings. With projects, you can start to train like specific projects on like how you want it to think, what files to upload, like what things, like how do you answer these specific questions. So this is all capable in the projects. This is kind of like, all right, we're past the beginner level. We're getting into a little bit. Here's three things that I have specifically used for projects, and then we'll kind of get into the custom GPTs, which is a little bit more advanced, a little more set up. But so you're able to upload files. So like one thing that I've been doing is like any type of financial decision, like, okay, what's our business gross margins? What's our net margins? Like how much are we spending on software? Like what is our gross margin, for example? Let's say we're running at a 30% gross margin for the entire business. Like, hey, ChatGPT, go out and find me and see if that is a good gross margin for STR property management. So more of like a data analyst, really. We don't have one in-house, so we wear those hats a lot, me and Riley. But uploading files, you can do this 1,000 different ways. I have vetted business models. Like, okay, who knows? Is it smart to bring cleaning in-house? Is it smart to start a handyman business within the STR management side? Like, is it just vetting those business models? You can do that super, super quick versus like honestly, you would probably need to go to MBA school to get a lot of these questions answered. And they do it out of the box. And it's actually pretty freaking accurate. The analytics side is probably, I would say, the most like flushed out and the most accurate things that I've seen in this whole realm of chat GPT and AI. So business model, advisor, this is more of like kind of like a therapist, if you will. Like, hey, should I pursue this? This opportunity came up. Like if I'm looking at a house, like, hey, this property is for sale for $550. It sold last year for $475. Like based on my goals and my aspirations, like, should I buy this place? Should I, and if so, like, should I do 10% down, 20% down, 30? Like that's a whole like another combo, which we'll get into the custom GPTs. I've like built one of these that's pretty good, not perfect, but using it more as an advisor role. Same thing with accounting. Like I'm not an accountant. We have an accountant. My dad is our accountant. But I don't know a lot of the accounting laws. I know a whole lot more now than I ever have, but man, there's just so much. It's tip of the iceberg knowledge with me. So I'll like, hey, for this cost segregation study, like based on this property I purchased last year, does it make sense to do a cost seg study for this property based on like how much me and my wife make, what our expenses are, how much 1099 versus W-2 we got, like all those tax questions. You can actually create a project on the side that just specifically has like tax account questions. The benefit here is like, if you only just did a normal chat of accounting, it kind of forgets what you've trained it, what the questions you've asked and like what data you've given it in the past. If you have it in a project, it essentially sorts all these chats into like one project, to where if they're referencing the data, it's just kind of looking at the project stuff. Now, if they need to go out and about and find other info, yes, but the first step is, from what I know, is going to be in that project folder. You can upload files, you can do a ton there, but it's smart to like kind of segment that into other things. HR, hey, can you write me a job description for a full-time on-site inspector in Charlotte? Do some research on how much money they need to make. Is it hourly? Is it salary? Is it benefits? Is it not? Here's my website to give you some context. Here is some, this is actually a really good one that I should have done. I did do this for HR for employee we just hired. But what I didn't do, I should have loaded the resumes of the 2 people that we hired recently that are great fits. I honestly should have trained it and been like, hey, these are 2 great fits. Can you cross-reference the 30 other applications that we got and sort by the top 5 and schedule interviews with them? So like, they're your HR manager. So they're doing a lot of the work. You've trained it with the 2 resumes that do really well and are successful already in the company that are good fits. This just came to me. One thing that we've been doing is during onboarding, doing personality test. It's not the Myers-Briggs, it's predictive index, where we will essentially give people a personality test so we know how they do things well. Like, where are they strong? Where are they weak? How to work with them the best, what motivates them, things like that. That actually, I should have definitely done this. This is why I do this live stuff. It's like, a lot of this is just shedding a light on like what I'm specifically doing. But as you teach, you like, I don't know, it just taps into a different brain. Like you think different whenever you're teaching, because you're trying to consolidate and just give the bullet points and then go into detail on things that you need to. But man, that is a really freaking good idea that I should have done. So take that and run with it. The next, if you guys are like, give me some questions. I want to kind of riff. I'm caffeinated up right now. The next big one, which is near and dear to my heart, is the marketing and sales. This is something that I'm really passionate about. And I spend a lot of time like researching, doing it. Obviously, this is the type of marketing and sales that helps bring in more business, and gives back to the community at the same time. So marketing sales, I've kind of created a project over to the right-hand side and just uploaded like what marketing books I believe in, like Hormozi's $100 Million Leads. Like, I've uploaded that. I've uploaded the other Hormozi book, the Jocko Willink book, like Turning Pro, Stephen Pressfield, all these kind of books to kind of give it a reference point of knowledge of what I am doing. Actually, there's 4 pieces of marketing right here on my desk every day. I've uploaded that as well. So I'm kind of training it to think the way that I want to think. And then I'll go in and be like, okay, here's a video. Can you create a hook for this specific video? Write a caption for me. And it's not perfect. It still needs some of the additional work, but it's honestly pretty freaking good. It's pretty good. So it's not perfect. Like, you still need to edit things, but it's a whole lot better than it used to be. So marketing sales, I feel like this one's probably the easy one. I think a lot of people already use it for like creating marketing material, content, like that side. Another one, kind of piggybacking off the uploading files, is something that we have thought about that I think we're going to do. We're going to bring insurance in house. what I mean by insurance, like guest damage stuff. I know we talk a lot about it. We outsource it right now, but we ran the numbers, and it just makes sense to bring it in house. We're going to cover more things, and then there will be a little bit of margin there, but we're going to bring it in house. We just kind of use ChatGPT to vet that idea for us based on like a file upload. It's like, okay, here's how much we put into the insurance pool. Here's how much paid out. Like, does it make sense? Is it comparative to the, X percent of margin? Should we pursue this? And if so, like, how do we do it? Like, is it legal? Like, do we need an insurance license? Like, all that kind of legwork past that is done in the project. So I've got probably 4 projects on my in my chat GPT. And then if I have a specific marketing question, I will literally just go to that project, and then I can just free flow write. And it references all the prior conversations, all the files that I've already uploaded. So that right there solves a lot of these problems because there's no brain here. There's no trainings. And it's often incorrect because you haven't told it really how to think. So AI in a sense it's kind of like a baby, right? Like it is very smart. It's very smart, but you need to kind of show it how to think like you do. Everybody's so different. So you have to kind of train it like that. So any questions on the specific projects and how to use them? Then we'll roll into custom GPTs. Got maybe 4 or 5 people, 5 people in here. I think a lot on YouTube, actually. Appreciate you guys for watching. All right, so projects done. Let's get into custom GPT. So this one is a little bit more advanced. It's definitely not like super advanced, but it is a little bit more advanced than like your normal chats and your projects. So what I mean by custom GPT, it's just another interface within Chat GPT. It's over on the top left-hand side, and you like create your own version of it. So it's similar to projects, but it's a little, I don't really know what the difference is. It's just you can do a little bit more. Takes a little bit more work to set up, to train, but like a couple, man, I've probably spent 3 hours today just working on. There's 2 big ones that I'm working on right now. That's going to be big. Property analysis one, and Ask My Tripify, where it has all of our knowledge base, and then our internal team and our clients can specifically go and ask us questions or ask AI based on the parameters that I've set up. So property analysis, this is something that I've always done manually. So when a property gets sent to us, right now we've got a software, and we do that in bulk right now. We run 500 properties a week and find the best 2 to 5. But if I ever need to run it one-off, like let's say a client sends it to us, probably not going to be a good fit. I just know because 2 of 500 a week actually work and make sense. But I've started to train at my custom GPT on how I underwrite properties. Like, okay, based on this criteria, based on does it have a pool, based on square footage, like I've factored it into where it's like, okay, AirDNA. Let's say AirDNA says it'll do 50 grand. I think it'll do 70 based on it's got a pool. It's furnished. It's in this neighborhood that we know is a honey hole. I can kind of tailor it to do that. And then with a couple clicks of a button, I can export my template that I uploaded. And now I have a custom property analysis that I can send to a client if I want to. So very, very specific use case, but very, very powerful once you kind of get into it. This is my next one that I'm tackling right now. And for me, like, man, I'm just so like entrepreneurial thinking. Like when I have a problem, I'm like, how do I automate it? How do I eliminate it? Or how do I delegate it? Like those are the biggest 3. And this is a part of the automation / delegation. So guest communications. This is something that there's a lot of AI out there that does this right here, but I want to custom train it on how we specifically handle scenarios like early check-in, late checkout, like mid-stay cleans, like whatever it is, the guest communication side. And you can do this in like the Betsy AI and some of these other platforms, but I don't know. I think it's powerful once you kind of upload a ton of data. which I upload our entire Notion database, which I've sold for a couple $1,000s before, into the custom GPT that I created. So that way it already knows the info, and it knows the tone, it knows how we handle it. But this one is a really big one. I'm not there yet, but hopefully in a couple of weeks it will be there. Owner relations. This is more of like, hey, when is my payment coming? I want to change my payout method. Like all the frequently asked questions that our owners send us. I want to be able to get them a response quickly. Like a lot of that info is just repeatable. It's the same questions over and over, asked a little bit differently. But if I'm able to get them an answer like immediately, like that just eliminates one email that I have to send that's going to sit in my inbox for 24 hours. And it provides a better service with it versus like me being the bottleneck and having to check my emails versus like work on the business. So that's more of like an external thing. I think that one will actually probably be pretty easy. This one right here is kind of the last one, and then we'll wrap up. Is guest review removal analysis. So this is a custom GPT. I didn't build this, but we have used this internally. This is a GPT where I can upload our reviews, and I'm working on a way to like automate it, but upload our reviews and then say, hey, can you find the review that breaks Airbnb's policy, write me a response on why it broke it, and essentially give me the ammo to go and submit that review removal or have our team submit that review removal. It just takes a lot of the legwork out of it. We've done a lot of work with this, with like fixing it and training it and, getting it to a better spot. Obviously it's not perfect, but I think this is a really, really powerful tool. Being able to fight AI with AI. Getting reviews removed recently has just been next to impossible. So this is something that we have been working on very, very heavily. So a lot of different models that we're kind of working with, but hopefully that at least gets the wheels turning for you guys in your hosting business. And if you have any specific questions on AI, I love talking about it. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. And it's I don't think we have any specific questions. It doesn't look like. So I'm going to wrap up here.